Tell me the Jenna yelling at you story, please.
So she goes,
please.
when she was doing, so we had a scene together, and I was behind the camera, right? And she's
Doing
looking
off lines, yeah.
off lines, and I was playing Candy Crush. I knew the lines.
That's terrible. That is so. For those watching who
No,
don't
it's
know,
not.
like,
No,
it's
shut the
so-
fuck up. No, there's no way.
That is so unprofessional.
It's late at night. It's a single camera. Oh, yours is a single camera too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. So I was playing Candy Crush, and I think I had the volume up. So as she's staying on the ear, ding, you got it, whatever the fucking game that says, right? And she stops. She goes, "You're just like John Krasinski."
Ooh, burn.
I go, "What?" I go, "What?" She's like, "You're so rude," and she kind of like, and deservedly so. You know what I mean? It was irritating, and I go, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I put it away. So I put it away.
Did you apologize?
I did immensely. Of course I did.
he did.
But the worst thing that I did with her is that one morning. So one morning I had a scene where it was just her and I. It was a huge day. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of dialogue, a lot of setups and stuff. And my call time was at 6 a.m. And at 10 a.m, I get awoken by somebody in my house. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And I go, "Who's in my house?" And I go in, right? It's a guy, Pierre, whatever. He's like, "Yeah, 6 a.m. call. I had to sneak in. You wouldn't pick up your, you know." And whatever I was wearing then, I got in the car in my pajamas. I went straight to the Warner Brothers.
That's fantastic.
And they had to do all her coverage from 6. I mean, whatever. If the call time's 6, so 8 o'clock is screen, when they start shooting.
Yeah.
So they had to do all her coverage first. She was not in a good mood. And understandably so.
Yeah.
Have you ever done
You
that?
were there? You were there together? You were.
Well, that's when we were together.
Yeah.
Why
we were
did you
together
not
then.
wake him up? It's not that it's your job, but I'm just curious.
Honestly, here's the thing.
Were you sleeping in too? Or
No,
you
it
just didn't-
wasn't that. There was a time, like I think 5 years into the relationship, when I decided that I was gonna let him like handle deal with the consequences.
Yeah.
Because I'd always covered for him up until that point.
Yeah.
And I found myself just being in like mother mode too much and being like,
Yeah.
"Hey, it's 4 a.m. You're still playing video games. You have a call time at 6." And he's like, "Fuck, I don't care."
Fuck it.
And so I was like, you know what?
I'll memorize my lines there.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna let him suffer. And so I think that was when I was like, he's gonna suffer, and he did.
I suffered, so Emily Kapnick, the executive producer, when I showed up, she wouldn't even look at me. I thought I was fired for sure. And I remember this moment. It was like 8 o'clock at night. I'm sitting there just hunched over. They're setting something up. And as Emily comes up from behind me, she puts her hand on my shoulder. She doesn't even look at me. She just goes, "Don't ever do that again." And she just walked away. It put a chill down my spine. And I got 2 alarm clocks the next day.
2 alarm clocks.
You've never been late?
Oh, I have.
Oh,
yeah.
there we go. Don't judge me.
No, one worse is that I was just starting my career. This was around the time of the new Bozina when we met, and I did a guest spot on Charmed, the original
Right,
Charmed.
oh my God.
show.
Yes, I played Kirkan, the demon alchemist.
Was Shannon still on?
Rainn Wilson, yes. Kirkan,
Kirkan.
alchemist.
There he is.
Oh, Kirkan.
How much hair I had. I was a
Wow.
handsome young man.
You were.
Can I get a bigger photo? Come on.
Yeah. Not the fiery
There.
one. Like, no, not. I want the fiery one. Like
one,
that
this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember all that. So I had a scene on that. I was just a guest star, and I overslept. My call was like at 7
Here in
And,
LA
like,
or
in
Canada?
in LA.
In LA. Wow.
And I showed up at like 10, and they were pissed. But I wasn't even like a series regular.
Oh my God.
I felt mortified.
And sometimes they'll probably fire somebody. Some people have been fired probably.
Sure, absolutely.
But
They already had some stuff of me in the can, so they are doing a cost benefit analysis for like, should we fire him? But look at that magic that they got
Wow.
from me there.
Wow, look at that. Look at that magical hand. But sometimes when you're late, for a couple hours late, and they're still not ready for you.
Yeah.
So then in your mind, you're going,
You're like,
did you call them? They call you in too early.
yeah.
Can we not agree? Go ahead. What's this?
Can I see your hands? Oh my God. your 3 fingers are almost identical in length to each other.
Wow.
That's not true. Look at them now.
at
Okay,
the
maybe
photo.
not here, but sorry, I just
photo.
That's called movie magic.
That's Cure Can.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cure Can. Cure
That's
Can
a
has
character
3.
choice that I made.
Really?
Demon alchemists have, well, they're pretending to be humans. I was actually in demon form and human shape. And I was like, and I went to the makeup department, like, can you make all my fingers the same?
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
How long did you live in Nicaragua for?
Thank you for that intelligent, probing question. I lived in Nicaragua for about 2.5 years when I was a kid, when I was like 3 to 5 years old.
Okay, and after that you stayed mostly I'm asking because I always think about like third culture kids and what that does to a growing kid to have lived in like a different country.
Yeah, yeah. I really am so grateful that my parents lived there. So we lived there late 60s, early 70s. I was just a kid, even before kindergarten. And just my whole life, like I had an experience of living not only in a different country, but this area of Nicaragua where we lived, the Bluefields on the Caribbean coast, which, by the way, fun fact, Theo Vaughn's dad, who was like ancient, right?
Right.
He was like German descent or something like that, but he lived there as well in the same town.
No way.
Wow.
His dad is Nicaraguan.
I lived in
yeah.
the same town as Theo Vaughn's dad.
Wow.
Which was great. And I've said to Theo, like, let's go do a comedy show there. Let's go.
Yeah. He'll never.
Yeah, he's not. That's not.
He's never going to do it.
Yeah, man. Let's look into that, bro. Yeah.